Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. How are you guys doing? We're here for BlockSMP episode 11. Basically in this episode, what I want to do is build up a new shop. That's one. Do this right here, this lake or river that goes through the mountains. That's two. And then maybe work on the interior of our mountain a little bit more. Not too much, just get all these buildings filled out and probably question that. What is that? And also like put roofs and stuff on these. I'm not too sure yet, but I think I know what this is actually. I mentioned it in the last video, but didn't really get around to the whole thing because I had other plans. And we've also got this. All of our chests are covered up by obsidian, and no pigmen spawn, luckily, to destroy us. But mining obsidian, I am sick of that from the end still, and I guess I'm gonna have to do a little bit more where I get rid of this nether portal. Yeah, if that has happened around here, we should probably fix that up. And what else? We should probably take a look around the base to see if there's any other problems. I know my base is kind of big, so it might be hard to find. That's a problem. There's some blue wool in the tree. What else? I know that there was some stuff at the top of this mountain right here. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me fix that up really quickly and I'll be back with you guys. I took care of the obsidian. I fixed the blocks over here. I also fixed the tree over there and fix the top of the mountain. So it's all fixed that I saw. I don't know if there's any more things that were messed up, but if there are, then I'll have to fix them as I find them. So we've got a lot of different things to do in this episode, and I think I want to do the shop for sure in this episode, but I think that will take up quite a lot of time. I've just finished designing the shop design, and I'm gonna need quite a few resources, including concrete, some spruce wood, dark oak wood, and a bunch of other things. So I'm gonna get into a little third-person time lapse where I do some resource gathering. How about that? Let's go. And resources acquired. So we have a lot of materials here, as you can see. And I don't know if we're gonna need all of them, but I have a feeling we're gonna need a lot because this is the size of our shop. Now, it's nowhere close to being as massive as these other shops around the area, but it's still a bigger shop than I've really done before. And I'm not sure if we're gonna get it finished in today's episode because surprisingly, it's getting close to the point in time where I actually have to upload this video, so I'm going to do as much as I can, though, with this shop, and then hopefully we'll get back to the base and work on that a little bit. Okay, so by the way, if you guys are wondering what my shop is going to be selling, it's going to be selling a lot of stuff. So you guys may or may not remember, if you guys watched my Global SMP Season 3 series, I had a shop called the Diamond Tree, which sold a lot of things for very, very cheap. And that's basically what I'm going to be doing with this shop. I'm going to be basically stocking a bunch of different types of things and selling it for very cheap. And yeah, I hope the members like it. And I've changed some of the plans. Instead of working on the interior of the mountain in today's episode, we're gonna do a full-blown episode dedicated to that next episode. But just so we can get straight to work, let's start off by getting into a third-person time lapse. I know we just had one, but let's do another one where we build up this shop. And the shop is somewhat finished. Now, there is absolutely no detail on this thing, as you can probably tell. Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to that. I will later on, hopefully, but the main portion of it is finished. We can always slowly add detail on in the future. It is so plain and basic though, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna take a break from the shop for now. I will get back to it probably a little bit later. But I want to go do some terraforming at the river at my mega base. So let's get over there and try focusing on this a little bit later. Start off, I think what we got to do is probably mine out this area where the actual thing is going to be. And I think it's going to be like a cliff thing. It's going to be a little bit, I'm not too sure how to explain it, but there's going to be different levels, I'm pretty sure. And I'll dig it out so you guys can get a better idea of what it's going to be like. Bam, lots of digging later, I have gotten the thing that I was trying to say. Basically, we have the main source of water, which we're probably gonna have a waterfall coming down here, because there has to be like a main source of water where the water all comes from, which would be the snow from the tops of the mountains, which it's summer, I guess, or something. I don't know what you want to say, but there isn't snow on my mountains yet. But basically, the different layers of what I was talking about is there's this layer, and then it goes down probably with like a few water streams, and eventually into this river here, going down into the river over here, and eventually going off. I don't really know, but yeah, it kind of ties the build in with the like land around it, which helps out the build look a little more like it's been here before. But yeah, now I gotta actually get to terraforming this whole thing, which is going to take me a very long time. And about an hour later, I have gotten in a bunch of rocks, and now I think it's time to add water, and then we can add more detail on afterward. Basically, I have rocks to make it look like it's kind of a rocky type of pond, I guess. And I'll bone meal it and stuff, and add more detail like coarse dirt, sugarcane, plants around the thing, and stuff like that after I fill it up with water, because I think if I see how it would look, it will give me a better perspective of how the pond will end up looking, which these rocks took me surprisingly long. I was probably doing other stuff and got distracted, but I think they're looking pretty nice nonetheless. And bam, I got all the water added in, and it is looking very fancy and nice. Over here actually, it is a little tricky on how I did the water. It was kind of annoying, but I had it go in sort of like this with different waterfalls going in. It's confusing, but it's looking pretty nice. And now I feel like it's time for me to add some greenery and detail it and finish it off for this episode with some custom trees, leaves, and all that great stuff around the place. Oh my gosh, this valley is like now my favorite place to glide through with my elytra. But anyways, we have finished detailing out this river. There are no fish or anything in it because I didn't have time to go grab those. And also someone took the fish all out of this river basically, except for those few salmon. But it's looking really nice. We got a lot of leaves, flowers, grass, custom trees everywhere too, and just a lot more detail in it. And I really, really like how the final product of this river turned out, and I hope you guys do too. It adds to the base a lot, and I'm really liking how my base is turning out now, actually. In the next episode, we're going to work on the base a lot, as well as finish up the shop. But I want to do more progress on the shop for today's episode, so let's get back there and maybe try testing out some interior designs. Now, before we can get to the interior of the shop, I actually want to complete the exterior just a tiny bit more than it's been completed right now, and hopefully make it look a little bit better. And we've done a bit of detailing. As you can see, I've added leaves around the bottom. I've added windows all around the build, and it's looking much better, I think, in my opinion. But I haven't completely finished detailing because I got a texture, which this has taken way longer than I had thought. But I'm gonna finish texturing it, and I'll be back with you. Maybe in this episode we can start working on the interior, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to get to that. But we'll have to see. That took about another hour. But I've finished doing the... I've lost the word. I've finished doing the texturing. That's the word. But yeah, I textured some stone into the stone base, and then also some birch, and also that white concrete powder into the actual walls, all the way around. Now, the roof does look a bit basic still. I haven't figured out a good thing to texture that with, but I have finished this, and I think it's time to get into the interior, which is going to be pretty challenging in my opinion. I think at the start there's going to be like a stairs going upward, and then the downstairs is going to be like the stone part, and it's going to have basically just storage for my own personal stuff, I think. So it's not going to be really the shop, but the shop's going to be on this floor right here. And yeah, I should probably start off by building the first floor, I think. So I shall cut back to you guys when I have finished that. I gotta first start off by breaking these walls though. After quite a bit of work, we have added in the floor with like this checkers pattern that we have spruce, with some spruce stripped logs and also spruce planks. And then we have these different levels of areas. That's gonna be a room over here, and this is gonna be another room. Maybe they'll have like the main things that we sell, and then everywhere else has just random stuff. And then we are going to have an upstairs eventually, so I'm going to have to build the second floor, which is probably going to be up here. Yeah, I really like how the layout of this shop is actually, because there's a lot of space where we can put different things, and a lot of stuff we can do in here, and I love this flooring design that I came up with. Also, I added a little underground area where we have the place for our staff and storage for the extra stuff. And I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with that in today's episode. I don't even think I'm going to be finishing this shop in today's episode, which that's a project for another one, probably the next episode. And yeah, that's going to be exciting to open up the shop, I guess. But yes, I really like what we've done here with the shop, and yeah, it looks really amazing. I added these spruce leaves, and I've already shown it, but I just like, I need to like give another showcase because it looks so nice. Also, I heard we had some shop profits to collect from glowberries. That is interesting, actually. I never really expected glowberries to be a seller, but we made 6 diamonds, which is nice. if I'm being completely honest, I feel like my shops haven't been rolling me with diamonds recently. That's kind of why I built my new shop right here. And hopefully it'll get me lots and lots of diamonds. Also, a wandering trader without the llamas. That is quite an interesting sight to see. Huh, small drip leaf. Maybe I should get that because I sell that. So I'm online to try to take a thumbnail, and it just won't stop raining. I can't like sleep through it or anything. But there is this glitched like TNT block, and I'm gonna be an absolute meanie. Which, if you guys didn't know, you can actually move this with a fishing rod or like water bucket, as you can see. But I'm gonna be a meanie, and yeah, whoever wants it or whoever's it belonged to, you can find it at the bottom of the ocean, as you can see there. I'm sorry. If you guys didn't know, I decided to name our shop Diamond General, like as in like a Dollar General, or you know, but like we had a shop called Diamond Tree the other time, in season 3 of Global SMP, and that was based off like the Dollar Tree, and everything was basically a diamond per product and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing, just with a new name called Diamond General. I may have a giant tree inside of here, not giant, but like a tree inside of here to resemble the old diamond tree, because that shop was amazing. I have added a staircase and a second floor, so I don't think we're gonna have another floor on top of this unless we make an expansion. But yeah, this is a lot of space that we can use for our shop. But I'm not going to be working on the interior in today's episode other than the floors, because the floors took me way longer than they should have. Doing checkers patterns takes so long when doing floors. It is so annoying, but I've completed it, and I hope you guys like this layout. We should be adding stuff into these shops in the next episode, hopefully, and that should be fun. We should also be doing other stuff on the base in the next episode, and maybe some other stuff I've completely forgot, but that's gonna have to wait till 2 weeks from now, and I hope you guys are excited for that, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys aren't sick of me yet, you guys can watch the video on screen right now, but that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.